Taurus, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan Hill from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Taurus love reading. I know it's been a while since you've seen me. It's been a couple of months since I've posted a reading on YouTube for you. I haven't been sick or nothing's been wrong. People have been reaching out from emails and Instagram DMs, making sure I'm okay and checking on me, which I greatly appreciate, but everything's been fine. I just took a little bit of a break. It was supposed to be about a 1 week break because I was trying to work on some other stuff, and it ended up turning into, well, I'm a Scorpio rising, so I tend to go a little bit deep on stuff. So I was supposed to take a week off to write a book, and next thing you know, I'm in the process of writing 12 or 13 different books and putting together a tarot class and all kinds of different stuff. So that's where I've been. I'm not going to bore you with all that stuff. I'll tell you more about it once I have it all totally finished and ready for you. Let's get on with this Taurus love reading today, because today we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. I'm going to do that by getting one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you here in October 2024. I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Taurus, 3 cards for your person. And then I'm going to clarify everything with a second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. So let's get going here. Let's get one card for what's the mutual point of interest between Taurus and their romantic person of interest, October 2024. Let's get 3 cards for you. What's going on with you, Taurus? How you been? What's going on with Taurus as it relates to their person of interest and the connection between them? Thank you. Let's get 3 cards for your person. What's going on with them, Taurus? What's going on with Taurus's romantic person of interest as it relates to Taurus and the connection between the two of them, October 2024. Okay. Let's get one more, please. What's going on with Taurus's romantic person? Okay. Time out. Ask for 1 and they give me 3. It's not uncommon that I get an extra card at the end, but I just got 2 extra cards at the end here. All right, let's see. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading, Knight of Pentacles. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. This is usually very slow, monotonous, like one drip at a time kind of an energy that when you're going through this, it's really hard to tell the difference between this and the Hanged Man. This is like progress doesn't seem to be happening. There is movement here. It's just so damn slow that you probably can't tell from where you sit that anything's happening. On the other side of the coin, this card can also represent a person, and in that case, it would be a person who's either incredibly slow, or it's a person who knows what they're supposed to do but doesn't do it for some reason, or even the opposite of that, knows what they're not supposed to do and does it any damn way. Right behind this Knight of Pentacles, slow-moving energy, I got 4 of Cups, which is Cancer energy of not being fully happy, not being fully content with what's right here in front of you. So much so that there's this other cup that someone's daydreaming about, this other thing that they believe their happiness and fulfillment will come to them via this, and they don't really have it right now. Sometimes I'll get this when there's a love offer on the table between the two of you already, and it just hasn't been accepted or rejected yet. It's just kind of been left hanging here in the air with nothing really being done about it. Not always the case. Sometimes it just means things are moving so damn slow and I'm not fully happy with what I have, and this thing that I want, I don't have. I get this a lot when it's like really frustrating because someone wants something like yesterday and it's still this really slow drip and they're not really getting anywhere. I have the Queen of Wands right behind that. This is either Leo or Aries energy. This is a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person that knows exactly what she wants and she goes after it. She doesn't really take no for an answer. I get this card a lot when we're talking about the other woman. You know, someone that would be attractive, charming, good looking. Someone has a lot of attraction and desire for this kind of a person. I'm not exactly 100% sure if this is telling me that you want them really bad and things are moving really slow and you're not quite happy because you don't have them yet, or if we got somebody doing some shit they're not supposed to be doing. I might have to come back to that as we go along. That's the gist of what it looks like this is going to talk about. This mutual point of interest is shared energy that affects both of you in some way here in October 2024, Taurus. You got the Empress. This is the mother of the tarot deck. She's always pregnant, so she's always giving birth to something. In a love reading, she represents the birth of a new relationship or the rebirth of a relationship after it's kind of fizzled out here. I'm going to clarify this and see what else we can find out for you here. Tell me about the Empress. Why is the Empress the shared energy affecting Taurus and their person of interest? Well, come on now. Time out. Trying to give me all kinds of extra cards here. Okay, we must have something big going on. I am not 100% sure what is going on just yet. I could take this a couple of different ways. I could take this that we got a new connection here that you're trying to birth. We'll get that far here. Bottom of the deck, underlying this birth of something new type of an energy, I get the 10 of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. This is most people's goal in the physical reality. This is maximum stability, maximum abundance, maximum prosperity. It's the combining together of two people or two families and all their assets and resources. This is like building a life together. I get this card a lot for people when they're married or when they're living together or engaged, or they're going down a path similar to that where they're trying to combine lives together. I have the Queen of Pentacles right behind that. She's half the equation that builds this 10 of Pentacles. The other half would be the King of Pentacles. This is like wife energy, mother energy. This would be like the person that I'm building my life around. I get this a lot for wife, or person I'm engaged to, or person that I'm living with. And right behind that, I have Death, which is the Scorpio Major Arcana card. It's also on my shirt today. I got to order some new shirts. This one's starting to fall apart. I've had it for almost 4 years now. This is the Scorpio Major Arcana card. It represents the ending of something dying so it can be reborn again in a different way. There's usually a painful transition period or a painful transformation process that takes place after the ending of something. Also, sometimes I'll get this card when something new is trying to come into a person's life and it doesn't have room to fit into their life because the space it belongs in is already occupied by something else, and the thing occupying the space is actually dead already. It's just someone hasn't released it and let it fall away yet to make room for something new. I'm not sure how to take this. Are we birthing a new connection here? And man, this could be rebirthing a connection because we've got this combined together life aspect has died and maybe we're trying to rebirth it. But then again, this could be a new connection here and someone is married or living with someone or already physically committed to someone else and doesn't have room to fit this new connection until that goes away. Not 100% sure yet. When I clarify the Empress, I get King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, the Emperor, and the Seven of Wands. King of Pentacles is the other half of the equation that builds this 10 of Pentacles. The King and the Queen build and manage that together. I get this a lot for husband and wife. To me, this is like a marriage type of an energy right here, or at the least like living together, combining lives together. I got Queen of Cups next, which is a Cancer energy. This is someone who has a lot of love and emotions to give. This is probably representing you wanting to pour your love and emotions into this person. Maybe not quite able to yet for some reason because something is moving too slow. She's the only character that has a lid on her cup, and she has the lid there as a way to protect her emotions from getting contaminated. She doesn't want anything to get in her emotions and mess her up and cause her any kind of emotional pain, so she keeps the lid on the cup. But what she really wants to do is take the lid off and pour her love into someone. She's just a little bit guarded and hesitant to do that for some reason. It's facing this husband type of an energy. Next, I have the Emperor, which, damn, I'm getting way ahead of myself, but some of these cards that I'm showing you right now are already out here in your person's energy. Emperor is one of them. It's one of those cards that came out when I got 3 at the very end, and so is the 10 of Pentacles. It's out here also in that same position. The Emperor is Aries Major Arcana energy. This is an energy of taking control, taking charge of a situation. It's a master manifester in the sense of it's someone who has all the abilities and tools and resources they need to put together a plan to get what they want and then execute that plan to get what they want. It usually represents the person that's calling the shots, that's dictating policy here. And then I have the Seven of Wands, which is Leo energy. This is a defensive energy. It's about defending my position on something, defending my stance on something. The person on the card is fighting off all this external oncoming energy, trying to defend something that's important to them, protect something that's important to them, something that they want, being willing to fight for a connection here. I will admit to you, at the early stages of these readings, it's not always 100% clear what the hell this is trying to tell me. I'm feeling a little bit confused here. I could see this going a couple of different ways. So I will come back to this as I go through your energy, Taurus, because then I'll be able to see how it relates to you. I'll come back to it again when I go through your person's energy, because then I can see how it relates to them. That's the shared energy. When I look at your energy in this connection, the first card is always the most important. You got the Nine of Cups. Central to your energy is the Knight of Wands. And your final card is the Fool. Nine of Cups. What we got? Somebody's blowing me up here. Nine of Cups is Pisces energy. This is a single energy. This is personal happiness, personal wish fulfillment. It's a step backwards from the Ten of Cups, which is that combined together emotionally, like happily ever after, happy fairy tale romance that we all want. This is a step back from that. This is being emotionally single. Sometimes this is about being emotionally by myself. This is one of those cards where you could like flip a coin and it could be good or bad either way. On the good side, this would be like, I don't need this other person, this external person to show up and, quote, make me happy or make me feel whole or make me feel loved. This is about loving yourself, knowing that your happiness comes from inside of you, not outside of you. That's a good energy. This is actually supposed to be the goal. Most people's goal is that 10 of Cups, and everybody thinks we can just jump straight from meeting this new person directly to the 10 of Cups and, oh, this is what I've always wanted. And that's never the case. It doesn't work that way. The only real way to get to the 10 of Cups is you have to be in the 9 of Cups first. You have to be completely happy and love yourself first. And that stops you from projecting a lack into the universe. And when you project a lack into the universe, like a lack of this other person or a lack of someone to love me, the universe mirrors that back to you. They either mirror back to you no person in your life, or they mirror back to you a person who is also not loving themselves, who is also not whole in and of themselves, who is looking for someone else to fill their cups for them. And that's never going to ever get you to the 10 of Cups. If you're in the 9 of Cups and they're in the 9 of Cups and you guys don't actually need each other to be happy, but you're pouring yourselves into each other anyway, that's how you overflow the cups, and that's what fills up the 10th cup. The negative side of this card, it can be like self-serving type of an energy, like me, myself, and I, my own personal happiness is more important than yours. My own personal happiness is more important than this connection. Not sure how to take this yet. I got a lot of like mixed signal type energy out here. So tell me about this 9 of Cups. Why is this the first card in Taurus's energy, this connection for October 2024, please? Let's get 2 more on this. Okay, we're taking more than 2. It felt like there's a whole lot more in there because about 4 cards tried to come out right there at the end. On the bottom of the deck, underlying this 9 of Cups energy, Knight of Swords. This is the fastest moving knight in the deck. Pretty stark contrast to this Knight of Pentacles that we saw, slowest knight in the deck. This is rushing forward and taking this decisive action on something. The problem with this energy is most of the time it's a person who didn't think about what they were doing before they did it. They didn't think about it first. They didn't think about it while they were doing it. They just ran off and took this action and didn't think about it until afterwards. So this can be like a real spontaneous, spur of the moment, impulsive kind of an energy. Every once in a while, this card gets called the narcissist of the tarot deck. I don't see anything out here right now that's telling me that's what we're dealing with here, but this is probably something happening really quick, and maybe I didn't think about it first. Right behind that, Two of Cups, Cancer energy. This is a connection, an emotional connection between two people. It's I breathe you in, you breathe me in, we're connected, but it is a two, and in tarot, twos represent choices or decisions. So this can be a decision about the connection between the two of you. Maybe some actions were taken before that was thought about. This can also represent a choice between more than one person, more than one cup of love that I have to choose between. Eight of Swords right behind that. Gemini energy of being stuck in your head, thinking about something over and over on this repeating loop in your mind, grinding on something. The person on the card is blindfolded, which represents that there's holes in your information. I don't know everything, and I'm not sure what's the safe move to make here. And I don't want to make a mistake and do the wrong thing, hence thinking about something over and over, trying to fill those blanks in your mind so you can figure out what to do and what the safe move to make is. This is about like feeling stuck and trapped and blocked and not sure what to do. It's an overthinking kind of an energy. I have the Queen of Wands right here, which is 3 cards deep in the overall energy. Again, that's the Leo or Aries energy of someone who knows exactly what she wants, and she doesn't really take no for an answer. She goes after what she wants, and she usually gets it. Got the Star right behind that. This is an Aquarius major arcana energy. It's a card of hope. It's a card of healing. It's a card of wish fulfillment. Sometimes this card signifies that you're feeling like this person is the one for you or could be the one for you. Got to be clear, this card is not saying that they are the one for you. It's showing up in your energy, which probably means that at some point in time, you're feeling like they're probably the one for you. It is also the card that comes after the Tower in the sequence of the major arcana. So you don't ever make it to the Star energy without going through a Tower moment of some kind first, where some important structure in your life comes apart. It collapses all around you. Sometimes that's a relationship that collapses. Sometimes that's a belief system that collapses. And this would be the hope to guide you through that, like the guiding light from the universe that lights the path for you so you can see the way forward from here. This is looking like getting involved in a new connection really fast and maybe not thinking about it first, and then after like you start having some feelings, then it's like, oh, wait a minute here, let me do some thinking about this and I don't really know what's going on, and grinding on something. I'm seeing some guarded emotional energy here where you want to pour yourself into someone. This Emperor is a little... I'm not sure how to take the Emperor. I don't know if that's someone blocking this and you're trying to fight your way through it. This will become more clear as we go along here. Now, when I clarify this Nine of Cups energy, this emotionally single energy, I get the Knight of Pentacles again, the Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Swords, and the Tower. The Knight of Pentacles, like I said, is the overall energy. This is the slowest knight in the deck. This is either very slow, one step at a time, monotonous, make you want to pull your hair out because it's happening so slow kind of an energy. Or this can represent a person who knows what they're supposed to do and isn't doing it. He's got the seed of abundance in his hands. And the fields in the background are empty because he hasn't gotten off his butt and planted the seed yet. He knows he has it, he's holding it, he's looking at it, but he hasn't planted it yet for some reason. Now, likewise, that can be a person who knows what they're not supposed to do. He's not supposed to just sit there on his ass. He's supposed to plant the seed, but he's sitting on his ass anyway. Next, I have the Wheel of Fortune. In terms of zodiac signs, this would represent the 4 fixed signs: Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. This is a change in the luck and fortune. Sometimes this can represent divine timing, especially when I'm seeing all this really slow moving energy and this energy of I'm not fully happy because there's this thing that I want that I don't have, and there's all that passion and desire in the background again. This could be divine timing. Like, what's supposed to happen is going to happen, but it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen, and there's not a damn thing you or anyone else can do to speed it up or slow it down. It's on its own divine timing. This can also represent a change in the luck and fortune. If things have been going great, this would be a sign that things are about to take the left turn unexpectedly into the telephone pole pretty soon. Likewise, if things have been going bad, this would be an indicator that things are about to turn around, that we're like trying to spin the wheel the other way and correct course and put things back on track. Seven of Swords. This is looking like something went sideways a little bit here. I got all this personal happiness tied to something that's doesn't look like it's moving at the speed you want it to be. And this could be you wanting to correct course on that, but this could also be something going wrong, because I got the Seven of Swords in the Tower next. The Seven of Swords is Aquarius energy of lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around behind someone's back, trying to get away with something that they shouldn't be trying to get away with. That's not the only meaning of the card. The guy on the card is stealing 5 of the 7 swords. The 5 of swords represents a mentally and psychologically painful situation or event, and the guy is stealing the swords because he doesn't want those swords used against him. He doesn't want to be hurt by this painful thing, so he steals the swords to make sure they can't hurt him. So it can be self-preservation, like not wanting to get hurt. It can also represent leaving something behind, because he's leaving these 2 swords behind because he can't carry everything. The Two of Swords also represents a decision that needs to be made. It just hasn't been made yet for some reason. So I don't know if you're waiting on this person to make some sort of a decision, and in the meantime there's some sneaking around going on. This is starting to look like you are birthing a new connection with this person, and this person may already be involved with someone else, and they have some sort of a control thing going on here. And I don't know if they're being defensive with you, or if you're trying to fight to get past the barriers that they're putting in the way to try to get to something, and it's just happening really slow. That's kind of what it's looking like. Final clarifier for that Nine of Cups is the Tower. I alluded to that when I showed you the star. This is the collapse of some important structure in your life, either the collapse of a relationship or the collapse of a belief system, like this mental model of the world that you've been operating from, like where you're thinking this is going to go somewhere, and we're going to birth this new connection, and it's not moving as fast as you want, and you still don't have the thing that you want, and you still want it really bad, and maybe something is happening to collapse your belief in this connection. Central to your energy, Taurus, we got the Knight of Wands, which is another really fast moving knight. It's the second fastest knight, just a little bit slower than this Knight of Swords. This is sometimes referred to as the player of the tarot deck, and can be this really wishy-washy, in and out, back and forth bullshit kind of an energy. It can be a person who comes rushing in all passionately and tells you everything you want to hear in order to get what they want, but then they rush off somewhere else just as passionately, and they tell that person everything they want to hear in order to get what they want, and then they come back and forth playing both sides of the fence. Can also just be a person who's non-committal, in the sense of they can't stay fully committed to what they say they want. Like at first they're really gung-ho about something, and they're moving fast, and they're taking all the right actions, and maybe saying all the right stuff, but then something happens, and then they abruptly change direction and go a different way. So tell me more about this Knight of Wands, please. Why is that central for Taurus's energy in this connection for October 2024, please? Get in there. Oh man, oh man, oh man. On the bottom of the deck, underlying that Knight of Wands energy, Page of Swords. Pages are messengers, so this is news, messages, communications happening. It's also an energy of someone who's trying to learn something or trying to figure something out. So I'll get this energy a lot when someone's looking over their past, trying to figure out what's going on or what happened. I get this energy a lot when someone is doing some snooping around and spying and maybe scoping out somebody's social media pages, trying to figure out what's going on with them, asking people questions that know them, trying to figure out what's going on, maybe driving past their house or where they work. It's like an investigating type of an energy here. Hell, technically what I'm doing right now in this tarot reading, I'm digging into your energy, trying to figure out what the hell's going on in your connection. So technically what I'm doing right now qualifies as that. Sometimes this will be like an external person that's not you, but knows both of you, and maybe they saw something and they're telling you something about it. Sometimes I'll even get this when someone accidentally uncovers some information that kind of clues them in as to what's going on. I have the Six of Cups right behind that. This is Scorpio energy of the past. It's thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, the good old days, the way things used to be. This can also represent a deep emotional connection that you're feeling with this person. It can represent history in this connection. It can even represent something from the past coming back up again, something from the past happening again, or even someone from the past showing back up. Ten of Pentacles. Again, I've seen this already. This is the combining together of two people or two families, all their assets and resources, building a life together. Queen of Pentacles right behind that. I was going to stop there, but I felt like, nope, you have to go one more. Queen of Pentacles. That's the wife energy. I've got the husband energy out here. I don't ever have them out on the table at the same time. There's something between them right here. Maybe this is you trying to figure out the history of this combined together life and the other person that they're already with. I've got death behind it, trying to figure out, is that dead and over with or not? This is starting to look like a case of maybe someone that you're with here is already with someone else and you want them really bad and you keep waiting on this to happen and it seems like it's not moving. And then we got this sneaky, deceptive behavior. See, I'm getting the Seven of Swords in your energy. It's not uncommon at all that this whole first column of cards ends up being the other person's stuff showing up over here on your side because whatever it is they're doing is affecting you really strongly. It could also represent that maybe that you're not necessarily doing anything wrong, but whatever this is, it feels wrong on some sense, like you feel like you're doing something that you're not supposed to do. That could be causing a tower moment for you. It could be that we have this repeating cycle taking place. I do have history of something, possibly something happening again. Could be a repeating cycle of someone being sneaky and deceptive and lying and cheating. And that could be how we're getting to the tower here. Oh man, oh man, oh man. When I clarify this Knight of Wands wishy-washy energy, I get Two of Swords, Page of Cups, Ten of Swords. I referenced the Two of Swords when I was explaining the Seven of Swords. That's the two swords that are being left behind. Some decision that needs to be made, only it hasn't been made yet. Now, the blindfold on this person can represent that you don't have enough information yet to actually make the decision, which is why it hasn't been made yet. Sometimes that blindfold can represent that there's something here that you know about, but you don't want to look at it. You don't want to see it. It's like almost an energy of like being in denial about something, and that preventing you from making a decision that you need to make. Sometimes that blindfold, this whole decision thing, isn't your decision, and that's why it hasn't been made yet, because you believe the other person is the only one who can decide, which is never actually true. You always have the power of decision here. I do see an emperor here, someone who's actually controlling things, who's actually calling the shots, and this energy of trying to fight for something that you want. Maybe you're believing that it's this other person's decision, I do have that right beside the Knight of Pentacles, that slowest moving knight in the deck, someone who knows what they're supposed to do and isn't doing it. Maybe they're being a little wishy-washy, and 1 minute they're super gung-ho about it, and the next minute they're not. I have the Page of Cups next, which is news and messages and communications about love and emotions. It's lovey-dovey messages, flirtatious behavior, expressing feelings or emotions. It can represent an apology. This would be like at the stage of where it's not a fully developed connection yet, like early stages of that, not all the way developed. It's right beside the Wheel of Fortune, so we could have a cycle of not fully developed emotional energy, not fully mature emotionally, emotional immaturity. We could have a cycle of that. Maybe even just a long cycle of talking about this feelings and stuff and not actually making a decision on it and flip-flopping back and forth. Got the Ten of Swords next, which is Gemini energy of a swift, painful ending. Sometimes this is an ending you don't see coming, which is why the swords are in the person's back. Sometimes this is an ending in betrayal. Again, why the swords are in the back, getting stabbed in the back by someone close. It's right beside the Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing, deception. It's looking like we have some sort of a betrayal energy happening here. The only thing with nothing to go with it in the row so far is this Tower card, where something collapses. Final card for you, Taurus, is the Fool. This is the first card of the Major Arcana, card 0. It's the first card of the whole tarot deck. This is a new beginning at something. It's about taking the blind leap of faith on this new thing, where I don't really have all the answers yet. I don't actually even know what's going on. Like the Fool doesn't even know what he doesn't know. And he doesn't feel like he needs to know. This is about just saying, you know what, screw it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to leap off this cliff, and I'll worry about how to grow wings on my way down. I'll figure this out as I move along. It can also represent foolish behavior, taking unnecessary risks, or even unnecessary risks outside of a connection here. Could even represent that maybe you're feeling a little foolish right now because you have all this, I saw hope in the bottom of the deck. I've got wish fulfillment out here. And then I've also got what looks like betrayal, emotional immaturity, wishy-washy, in and out kind of energy here, a Tower. Tell me more about the Fool, please. Why is this here in Taurus's energy for October 2024, please? Well, bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. Very... these energies go really well together. This is, I'm just going to figure it out as I go. This is a person who takes this decisive action really quickly and doesn't think about things first. This is screaming, just do it already. Just do it. Quit thinking and just do it. Nine of Cups. I've already seen that. That's your first card. Personal happiness, personal wish fulfillment. Like I said, though, this is a single energy, like emotionally single, not emotionally together. This can even represent someone who is like self-centered, self-serving. Me, myself, and I is what's important to me. Like my own happiness is more important than yours, or more important than this connection. There is happiness tied to this connection, though. There's the Two of Cups there, Cancer energy. This is an emotional connection, but like I said, it's a 2, and 2s are about decisions. This is either a decision about the connection between the two of you, or it's a decision about two different people here. Eight of Swords, Gemini energy, stuck in my head, grinding in circles on it, trying to figure out what's the safe move to make. Do I go for this or do I not go for this? When I clarify the Fool, Judgment, the Fool, and Justice. All three of these are major arcana cards. This entire last column for you, all major arcana cards. Judgment is the most powerful decision card in the deck. It's a final decision. It's about passing a final verdict and judgment on something. In a relationship reading, this is a decision about the relationship. Are we going to call this dead and over with? Or are we going to resurrect it and bring it back to life and transform it in a way that it's never going to be the same again? And I don't think that decision has been made here, because it's right beside that Two of Swords and right beside this person that knows what they're supposed to do but isn't doing it for some reason. Or at the very least, this is like the slow drip, the one step at a time where it seems like nothing's moving here. Only problem with that is movement has already happened. I've seen the Knight of Swords twice. I've got the Fool out here twice because it's the next clarifier. Like anytime I'm clarifying a card and I get the same card in the clarifiers, that's the universe just beating me over the head like, dude, I done told you. Somebody's taking a blind leap of faith. Somebody's probably taking foolish risks right now here too. There's some decision about something being dead and over with. I've seen death. I've got the Tower out here. I've got the Ten of Swords out here. But also this flip-flopping back and forth on whether or not that's going to happen. And there's all this talk going on. But I don't know that actual movement is taking place. And if it is, it's not feeling right. I've got Justice next, which is the Libra Major Arcana. This is a powerful card of balance. It's about doing the right, fair, just thing. The sword in the card is used to cut away something that's unbalanced, something that's not fair. It's to cut that away, excuse me, so balance gets restored, and then the right, fair, just thing can happen. Like what's supposed to happen can happen. But this card shows up for me when something unfair and unjust or unbalanced is going on, and this points out the need to correct that. So there's this foolish energy, this risk-taking energy, this almost like, hey, we're doing this, I just got to make a decision, and then we're doing this, but the decision hasn't been made, and there's something not right going on here. Right beside Justice is that ending and the Seven of Swords. Like, again, I read these to you in columns as I get the cards out, but then I connect it together in rows, and the only card here that has nothing to go with it in its row is this Tower card. The collapse of something. This is really feeling like one of two scenarios. Either you're with this person and you're married or living together, and now they have birthed something new, and maybe they're, no, I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that. And they're putting up these barriers and trying to control things. And maybe you can't actually see if they're doing something they shouldn't be doing or not. This birth of something new could be you're with them and they have birthed a new connection, and they're being a player, and they're going for their own personal happiness and wish fulfillment because that's more important to you. Taking a blind leap of faith on something and doing something unfair, causing a tower for you. The other way I could see this could be that you have gotten involved with this new person and they're actually already with someone, and maybe they're telling you that they're going to do the right thing and they're going to end the connection and be with you, only it doesn't seem like that's actually happening. And maybe they're flip-flopping back and forth about it and keeping you a little bit in the dark, and maybe they're talking a good game and telling you what you need to hear, just not actually showing you the correct actions and actually putting something to an end so that things can start with you. Take that piece however it resonates for you. Scoot this over a little bit, get some more room. We'll take a look at your person's energy in this connection. First card for them is always going to be the most important for them. They got the Lovers. Central to their energy is the Page of Wands. And the final card for them came out as 3 at the same time. 10 of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Emperor. That's a little sketchy right there. This Lovers card is the Gemini Major Arcana card. This is a powerful love connection between two people. I gotta be clear, this is not the universe or God or spirit or source or however you personally look at that. It's not them beaming down this message that this is the one for you. That's never what this card means. It ain't about twin flames or soulmates or any of that bullshit that you hear so many other readers trying to sell you just to keep you watching their videos. This card is about the interconnectedness between people. And if you're with this person, the decisions they make are going to affect you, and the decisions you make are going to affect them. This is it used to be called the choice before it was called the lovers. So this is like a choice about what seems to be this powerful connection between the two of you. It can even represent a choice between more than one lover. And that's showing up first for them. I've got a decision that hasn't been made but needs to be made. I've got player energy. I've got taking this blind leap of faith on something with what should be calling something else dead and over with in the middle of that, but it's not being done that way. We're just doing it, and it's not fair, not just in terms of birthing something new here. This is starting to look like this person's already married, or this person is already with someone like physically, and they're committed to each other, and maybe they're controlling this whole situation here. And being defensive and defending against, accusations of doing something wrong. Let me clarify the lovers, please. Why is the lovers here as the first card for Taurus's romantic person of interest in October 2024? Let's get one more. Okay. Clearly this card's a little important because I just got way more than one more card. Where'd it go? Okay, what do we have here? Bottom of the deck, 6 of Cups, Scorpio energy. Again, the past, thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past. This is a deep emotional connection that has some history to it. Can represent something from the past happening again, or someone from the past coming back. 10 of Pentacles. There's history here of a combined together life. I've got King of Pentacles out here in the shared energy. I saw the 10 of Pentacles when I clarified this shared energy. I've got the 10 of Pentacles out here as one of their final cards that just came out. This is looking like someone who has a history of a combined together life with someone, and I'm just not sure yet if it's you or if it's someone else. Queen of Pentacles in the background. There's the wife in the background. Doesn't necessarily have to be like legally married wife. It can just represent a person that they're viewing in that sense, or a person that they live with, or a person that they're committed to in that type of a way. I mean, fiance, like stable, committed girlfriend, something like that. I got Page of Swords right behind it. That investigative kind of trying to figure it out type of an energy here. When I clarify the lovers, excuse me, normally I get 3 clarifiers. I just got 5 for this card. I got the King of Swords, 3 of Wands, 9 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, and the Magician. Okay, I just got 2 3s in this column. This card can represent a choice between more than one lover. This is really feeling like there's you, there's them, and there's their other person. This King of Swords is either Aquarius or Gemini energy. This is a very smart, rational, logical, conscious mind, decision-making type of an energy. It's someone who, when they make their decisions, they throw their emotions and their intuition right out the window. This is someone who doesn't give 2 shits how anybody feels. I'm going to decide based on the truth and the facts of the matter, what I can see and verify that's right in front of me. Very logical, conscious mind type of an energy here. Which doesn't really jive with love, like love is an emotion. This is not a person who doesn't have emotions, although it can feel like that. They can feel really emotionally distant, emotionally disconnected, emotionally detached, cold and calculated even. It's not someone who doesn't have emotions. It's someone who typically is ignoring their emotions because they don't like what their emotions are telling them. Next, I got the 3 of Wands, which is Aries energy of waiting, essentially. This is about, I already know what it is that I want, and I've already started taking steps to get this thing that I want, and I fully expect the steps that I'm taking are going to get me to the thing that I want. It just hasn't happened yet, and I'm still waiting on that to actually materialize. Right across the aisle from it is the Fool. Like, I've already taken the leap of faith on something. I'm already doing some communications about love and emotions, and there's this idea of turning something around or some pivotal moment here happening. But then I have Nine of Swords, which is Gemini energy of fear, worry, anxiety, thinking about something over and over again with all this fear and worry behind the thinking, and doing that to the point that it becomes physically stressful. This can be sleepless nights, nightmares, can't concentrate on what I'm doing, can't sleep, can't eat. It's like mental anguish here. Right across the aisle, it's like it's sitting right beside the Empress, the birth of something new, and I'm fearful and worried about that. There's something unfair and unjust going on. There's this Ten of Swords, swift, painful ending that I'm worrying about here. And also Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around, trying to get away with something. I get this card a lot when somebody has already done some stuff they're not supposed to do, and now they're worried it's going to come out. I did see that Page of Swords a second ago, which could indicate someone is starting to snoop around. Someone's starting to say, something's not adding up here, and let me investigate this. Maybe I'm fearful and worried that I'm waiting on something that's not going to happen. Like, I got these feelings, but I don't want to listen to them. I got Three of Pentacles next. This is Capricorn energy of teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value. This is like laying the foundations for the Ten of Pentacles. It's like building something like that together, where we're laying the foundations to be able to combine our lives together. But there's fear and worry and anxiety attached to that, and directly across the aisle from that is a whole bunch of blank spots and the Tower. The collapse of something here. I have the Magician next, which is the Mac Daddy Master Manifester of the Tarot deck. This is someone with all the tools and resources and abilities to create the world around them to be any way their will desires it to be. I get this when someone is actively manifesting something. I've got the beginning stages of manifesting something, and I'm fearful and worried and anxious about it, possibly because I'm already laying the foundations of a life together with someone else, and now I'm creating some type of a situation. I usually get this in this kind of a context when this is the person who has created the whole situation I'm reading about right now. They're the one that's in control. This is also a master manifester kind of an energy. This is about thoughts and actions creating things the way I want it to be. And this is about having the abilities to put together the plan to get what I want to create, and then execute the plan to get what I want to create. There's this fighting for something important or defending something important kind of an energy right here. And them probably being the one that's in control of this, which could be why I'm seeing this Two of Swords over here in your energy tied to this Knight of Wands. They're probably one minute they're gonna tell their wife or whatever that it's over, and then the next minute they're not doing that. They haven't actually made the decision yet. This could be a spot where you can't make that decision for them. If that is the case, sure, you can't make the decision for them to leave whoever they're with and be with you, but that does not mean that you don't have the power of decision here. You absolutely do. You can decide enough is enough. I'm not doing this shit anymore. Central to your person's energy, Taurus, we got the Page of Wands. We've already seen the Page of Cups, which is literally the center card over here in your energy. News, messages, communications about passion and desire. This could be passionate messages. This could be expressing interest or desire for something. It's also the minor arcana version of the Fool card, which I have in both decks over here in your final column. This is a more toned down version of that energy than the Fool is. The Fool will just straight leap off the cliff and figure it out on the way down. And this is someone who's got the willingness to take the very first step on something that there's passion and desire for, but they're not necessarily willing to just jump off the cliff all willy-nilly. It can represent someone who's not fully mature and developed all the way yet in that passion and desire sense. So tell me more about the Page of Wands. Why is that here central for Taurus's person of interest in October 2024? Thank you. Underlying this Page of Wands energy, Nine of Cups. That was your very first card in your energy here. It's Pisces energy, emotionally single. My own personal happiness is more important than yours. This is feeling a lot iffy right here. I'm not sure I like this. This is a self-centered, self-serving, self-indulgent, overindulgent kind of an energy. Three of Swords. Heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. This is Libra energy. That third energy is not always a romantic third party, but in this situation, it definitely feels like it is. Just in case it's not for you, this third energy can be any number of things. Like anything that we do enough of is eventually going to start to pick up its own energy. So like my business, for example, has picked up an energy all on its own, and it definitely affects my life. It affects the people closest to me, my family. Geographic distance could be that third energy. Working too much, career, going to school, partying too much, going out too much, anything like that. Nosy friends, family members, neighbors, co-workers, anybody that's not the two of you sticking their nose where it doesn't belong can be that third energy. Hell, this Nine of Cups can sometimes represent having a drinking problem. Oh shit, getting ahead of myself, but Seven of Cups is also out here, which can represent, being intoxicated. That could in and of itself be the third energy. I don't know that that's exactly what the third energy is. It wouldn't surprise me if something like that's going on, but I don't think that's the actual problem nearly as much as I think the actual problem is they already have someone else, or if the two of you are married, they have picked up some other new person here along the way. And another page right behind that, Page of Pentacles. This is news, messages, and communications about some physical opportunity presenting itself. Not an idea, but like an actual physical thing. Man, this is feeling really, really iffy here. I got communications about what I want. I got communications either about this early stage plan for the future. Only it doesn't seem like it's moving the way they're saying it is. This can sometimes be that they have made this plan with you for the future about how they're going to leave this third party behind, or maybe they're going to leave their wife and come your direction, and it doesn't look like it's actually happened yet. Hell, sometimes I'll get this card when there's communication about a physical opportunity, as in, hey, I'm going to be at this particular place on this day at this time, and communicating that to you because now we have this opportunity to physically do something. Knight of Swords. There's that super fast, impulsive, spontaneous, didn't think it through first kind of an energy here. When I clarified that Page of Wands, I get the Eight of Swords, Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Eight of Swords again. We've seen it a couple of times already. Gemini energy of overthinking something, thinking about it on this repeating loop. There's the blindfold again. I'm not sure what's the safe move to make. I don't want to pick the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, step in the wrong spot and make some kind of a mistake. I've got all the fear, worry, and anxiety here. I've got Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords in their energy. That's not good mental energy. This mind is way too active. I've even got 10 of Swords over here in your energy. 8, 9, and 10 of Swords are all three of the Gemini minor arcana cards. I've got the King of Swords out here in both decks, which can be a Gemini energy as well. I've got the Lover's card out here, which is the Gemini major arcana card. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if you're dealing with a Gemini person. Hell, I've got the 4 fixed signs: Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Aquarius. Let's see, Libra, Gemini, fire energy here. Libra again, Virgo or Taurus, Aries, Leo, Aries, Capricorn, You could be dealing with any of those signs. Hell, you could be dealing with any sign. This is a collective reading. I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person the same way I would if I was doing a personal reading for you. So it's going to be almost impossible for me to pin down exactly who you're dealing with. Man, I'm just going to keep calling these signs out just in case they mean anything to you. But this is Gemini energy of being stuck in their head about talking about what they want or expressing interests, or maybe even what I'm supposed to do here about my plan and this third energy here. And there's all this fear where this is really looking to me like somebody who's with someone and they're sneaking around with you and they're worried that they're going to get caught. If that's not the case, then they're with you and they're sneaking around on you with somebody else and they're worried that they're going to get caught. I don't really see any other way to explain everything I'm seeing and feeling here. Seven of Cups is Scorpio energy. Options and choices and confusion about my options and choices. There's a lot of different cups here. There's a lot of emotions involved. There's a lot of different ways this situation could play itself out, and I don't want to pick the wrong cup and make some kind of a mistake. So I've got two cards in a row that reference I don't want to step in the wrong spot and make a mistake. I don't want to pick the wrong thing and make a mistake. All this fear, worry, and anxiety and overthinking and grinding on a mental loop about something. There's this waiting energy right beside that. And then Five of Pentacles, which is Taurus energy. Fives are conflict or change. This is an abandonment. It's about being cast aside, left out in the cold, discarded, walked away from. This is a breakup kind of an energy. And it's right beside that Nine of Swords, like fear, worry, and anxiety about that, confusion about that. I don't know if that's what I should do or not. These clouds of smoke around the cups can represent clouded judgment, clouded decision-making, intoxication. It can even represent somebody blowing smoke up your ass, blowing a smoke screen to obscure your vision on what's going on, keeping you in the dark and blindfolded while you're waiting. Man. Final card for them came out as 3. I got the 10 of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Emperor. I've seen all 3 of these cards already. I got the Emperor in the shared energy. I've seen the 10 of Pentacles in the story on the bottom of the deck more than once. And the King of Swords is actually their very first clarifier over here. 10 of Pentacles, again, is combined together life, like living together, married, engaged, going down that kind of a path toward combining lives together. King of Swords is that logical, rational decision maker that's going to make the best, most logical, rational decision available. Don't give two shits how you feel about it. I'm going to decide based on what I can see and what I can verify and what's logically, like common sense wise, the best decision. And then I have the Emperor, which again is out here in this shared energy here. Like the person that's in control, that's in charge of the situation. They're calling the shots, they're making the rules, they're setting all the boundaries here. Tell me about this 10 of Pentacles, King of Swords, Emperor. Why is that out here for Taurus's romantic person of interest in October 2024, please? Look at that. Not wanting to talk at all. That's the first time in a while I've shuffled all the way through and didn't get a single card. Like, they're going to make me work for it here. Usually what happens is at this point, when they hide it like that, they all just puke a whole bunch of stuff out all at once. But look, they're making me work for it again. I'm going to have to shuffle one more time. Let's get one more card, please. Just give me one. Yeah, taking two, I guess. Yeah, you can't make this up. Bottom of the deck, underlying this 10 of Pentacles, King of Swords, Emperor energy, 3 of Cups, Cancer energy. Here we are again with another 3. I've got a 3, a 3, a 3. The shared energy between the two of you is the Empress. She's the 3 of the major arcana. She rules over all the 3s of the 4 suits here. This 3 of Cups has 2 distinct meanings. It's Cancer energy. It can be about being reunited and celebrating, or even just united to begin with and celebrating. It can also represent a third-party love triangle because we got 3 cups of love in the picture here. There's the birth of something new. The Lovers is a choice between lovers. The Two of Cups I saw at some point, which is a choice between two different cups. There's this idea right here of things moving incredibly slow, or someone doing something they know they're not supposed to do, and this Four of Cups behind it. I'm not fully happy with what I have. Notice there's 3 cups separated right here. I'm not happy together with the person I'm with, and I'm thinking about this other person that I think would give me my happiness. There's all the passion and desire and attraction and sexual energy toward that person. Like I said, I get this a lot when it's talking about the other woman. I don't know if this person is married and they're not happy in their marriage and they're thinking about you and they want you, or if they're with you and they're not happy and they're thinking about someone else. I can't tell. When I clarify this, okay, I'm getting called back to this, right behind this 3 of Cups, this what appears to me to be a third party. I got the 6 of Cups, which is Scorpio energy of the past. Again, thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, the way things used to be, something from the past happening again, or someone from the past coming back around. 10 of Pentacles. Now, this could also be this person's married. They started a new connection with you. You're waiting on them to give you what you want and change things here. And there's this energy of maybe feeling like I'm sneaking around and I don't like being the third party. And I'm dealing with a player who's non-committal in the sense of they said that they wanted this thing. And now for some reason they've changed their mind and haven't actually made the decision to pass judgment on something and call something dead and over with. Maybe this is also meaning resurrection, that they're resurrecting their connection that they told you they were leaving. That's what this is looking like right here. This is looking like, yeah, I'm already married or living with someone, building something together with someone, and maybe they're breaking up with you. This is really confusing me. Take this however it resonates for you. Only thing I know for sure is there's more than just you and this person in the picture. There's someone else. The part I don't know yet is, are they married to someone else and have made you a third party maybe and you didn't even know? Or do they have a third party and you two are together and they're off somewhere else? Either way, when I clarify this 10 of Pentacles, King of Swords, Emperor energy, I get the 8 of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Moon, and the Sun. 8 of Wands is the second fastest energy in the deck. It's even faster than that Knight of Swords we've seen a few times. Only thing faster than this is the Chariot. This is sometimes rapid back and forth passionate communication happening. I do have passionate messages, communications about passion and desire and interest. This can be like rapid forward movement, rapid progress on something that they have passion and desire for. It can indicate travel. It can even indicate there's just so much happening too fast all at once, and it's like an overwhelming amount of stuff happening here. I think this person has moved really, really fast on something, and they're still stuck in their head trying to figure out what to do. Ace of Swords. It's the sword of truth. It's the sword of victory. It's the sword of clarity. It's the sword you would use to make a decision with. It's right beside this 7 of Cups, options and choices. Like the word decision, like the Latin word that the word decision comes from, literally means to cut off. As in, if you have all these options and choices, you start cutting them off until there's only one left, and that's how a decision gets made. And your person is clouded here. Either their judgment's clouded, they're confused emotionally, or they're just straight blowing smoke up your ass, and there's this waiting energy around the options and actually deciding. I'm like, everything's moving really fast, but I'm not deciding shit yet. Then I have the moon, which can represent fear, worry, and anxiety, usually from uncertainty. Like if you think about when the moon's out, it's dark outside, so it's really hard to see. You can't see the full path in front of you, so it's really easy to get mixed up and not be sure, am I on the right path or not? Was this even the right path to begin with? Did I make a wrong turn somewhere? So like that level of uncertainty can cause fear, worry, and anxiety in someone. The other meaning to this card, again, if you think about when the moon's out, it's dark outside. Things can be going on that you can't see because they're hidden in the dark. It can represent secrets being kept. Right there in that same row, I've got the Nine of Swords, which is the other card that means fear, worry, and anxiety. So I've got a lot of fear, worry, anxiety, stress, uncertainty tied directly to this idea of breakup, abandonment, leaving something behind. There, in that same row, there's this unfair stuff happening related to an ending and related to sneaky, deceptive, lying, cheating, sneaking around kind of behavior. Final clarifier here for them is the Sun, which is the happiest card in the deck. This is Leo Major Arcana energy. I don't know if I told you this is Pisces energy. This is happiness, joy, bliss, harmony. Can't get a better card than that when that's what it means. The other meaning to the card is it's literally the card that comes immediately after the moon in the sequence. So when things are hidden in the dark and you can't see what's going on, the next step is the sun comes up and ta-da, it's not dark anymore. Now all this stuff that was being hidden gets exposed. It gets illuminated. You can see it for what it is. There's something going on here that isn't right. There's a gap in the information between working together as equals to lay the foundations of building a life together. There's a hole in the information, and then there's something either getting illuminated. It's looking like getting illuminated, like a secret coming out. I've got this magician here all by itself, the person that created the situation I'm reading about. And on your side, the only thing with nothing to go with it is the tower, the collapse of something important, whether that's the collapse of this connection you have or the collapse of the belief system you had about the connection. Like I see this two different ways. I see this as you're with this person and either you're married or live together or we're going down that path and now they have started like the birth of a new connection with someone else and maybe they're lying to you about it and blocking and defending and like, nuh-uh, it wasn't me. And they're blowing a smoke screen, trying to cloud your vision, trying to stop you from seeing what's going on. They're keeping something secret. And in the meantime, they're fearful and worried and anxious and stressed out that it's going to get exposed. Or the opposite could be true. You're the third party and they're already married or living with someone and they're telling you everything you want to hear about the decision that they're going to end it with their wife, girlfriend, other person, however you want to view that. And in the meantime, they're sneaking around with you and doing unfair stuff, taking unnecessary, foolish risks, probably telling you I'm going to end this connection, but haven't actually done it yet. Now, if you still have questions about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Taurus love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation, and I'll see you in the next video.